So Simon and I have just stopped at Todd Hills to charge up the leaf and head up, and we're queuing with a very nice man who's also charging up too. I've just met Nick Henry, who's CEO of climateaction.org. On his way, oddly, up to Glasgow, no surprise at all. Now, we have a common connection. We were just talking about Toddington.
Yeah, and we're charging at grid service.
And here we are charging at grid service. So
complimentary charging.
Now, this is something I didn't know. Tell us.
Well,
can you tell us? Is it a secret?
I have. Well, it seems to be complimentary today, so thank you, Toddington.
Absolutely lovely. How has your journey been up to here so far?
Long. I've been picking things up along the way, lanyards, and it's been a few stops. I stayed overnight. My mother lives about an hour from here, so I had a nice night in the Yorkshire Dales. So great journey. What's
your mission while you're up in COP?
So we're launching the COP26 Forest of Hope, which is our impact programme, and we're also launching or running 4 days of events next week. Actually week 2 of COP, so in the innovation zone, which is right next to the green zone. So we're expecting 1,000 people in person over 4 days, which is effectively it's the Sustainable Innovation Forum, which has been running at COP for 10 years. So we're running the Sustainable Innovation Forum for 4 days.
It's absolutely wonderful. Have you got many of your team heading up with you?
Yeah, an awful lot. It's about a crew of 100 people to run the event.
Goodness, wow.
Including all the suppliers, all the AV team, the comms teams, event organisers, production team.
We're a far smaller organisation, but we've got about a dozen of us heading up to COP, and I think our mission is to try and tell the stories of what's going on that the media are talking about and the stuff that they aren't as well. There are so many backstories, I think, to COP, and it's going to be really interesting to just chat to people and find out what's happening, what people are doing on small and large scales. Do you think that our government are going to be pulling magic rabbits out of hats, or are we just going to get to the end of this fortnight and go back to just carrying on and doing our thing?
I think our expectations are already being managed from watching the news last night. I think it's hard to say, but we must continue the momentum.
Absolutely.
And our ambition this year is to try and increase the role of the private sector to play their part in trying to get to any level of net zero ambition that we need to in the time we need to. So we can't rely on governments.
You're absolutely right. And one of the things that we cannot let go of is our optimism. Our optimism is the stuff that fuels us to put one foot in front of the other and continue every day. For us in the third sector, it's never been such a dark time. You know, the environmental charities and international charities were not supported through COVID, and we pivoted from being a tree planting charity to actually being a food aid charity to keep the tree planting communities alive. Seriously, and just keep starvation a few more steps at bay. Otherwise we would have just been in a dreadful situation, but we are back on board and we are doing our thing, and we are looking forward to achieving some great things at COP. So it's really nice to meet you.
So come and join us for the Sustainable Innovation Forum.
I can't wait. I will look forward to doing that.
And we have a food and agriculture event as well on the Thursday. So
before we spoke on camera, we just said that Toddington won an award last week, which was for the P Awards, which was for electric vehicle. No surprises there. And I won too, as you may know, for inspiring vegan, which is great. And you mentioned about vegan food as well.
Yeah. So all the food and beverage in the innovation zone will be plant-based. So we, as far as we know, we're the largest plant-based food event at COP. So
happy days.
Yeah.
I might come for a cup of tea and a sticky bun. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Pleasure. Lovely to meet you.